session may it won't be a normal product session where we start with a problem, but maybe I will start with a solution so that everyone is aware what we are talking about first, and then we can go deep into other things. So it won't be a normal structured session where we start with a problem, pain point, everything. But I wanted to just make sure that everyone understands what we are talking about and everyone is on same lines. But I'm just waiting for 2 to 3 minutes because let everyone join and then I will give context. And everyone raised the hands के जिन्होंने who have used community management apps. I just wanted to see the number. Okay. So, okay, 7 to 8 people have used it. Cool. I think this would help me get an idea. So I will have the session accordingly. Cool. I guess we can start. I've messaged few people who have not joined. I think they will join in some time, but we can start with the session. But I will just give you a high level idea before we start with the session. It is not a GAN session. I will be just sharing my insights, which I got after interacting with different PMs working in society management space as well. And end goal is key by the end of this session, you will understand everything about product from product as well as non-product perspective about how this space works. But I will start from very basics. Many people might not have used the app as well. So I will start with what exactly is this society management apps. So what I will do is since we use Anacity app in our society, I will just open the app first. I will share the screen. I will give everyone a rough idea on what exactly this does so that you get idea about what are the features of the app, why do people use the app and why it is needed so that everyone is in the on same lines. So just give me 1 minute. I will join my phone as well and I will share my screen. So the main purpose of this apps is basically safety trust, as Raghav mentioned previously as well. Whenever there is a premium society or society जहाँ पे safety is a bit of concern, so they want to have a complete app space where they can have some features or something through apps, so that we can solve few of their problems. So I think better than I think the screen should be visible now. So this is what a community management app looks like. So basically, the main objective of this app is if you are living in a gated apartment, then there should be a safe environment for everyone so that obviously people will come here because they feel safe. So I will just walk you through the app ke features which we use frequently. So first main feature is you get notified if someone else is coming in the society. For example, if you have ordered from Zomato, then Zomato may someone enters the society, you get notification, you can approve or reject of particular flat. So the main feature is you get approval rejection ka thing. So in the notifications, you can see the visitors who you have checked in, checked out. And if you have not checked in, then they cannot enter basically. So this is the first feature. Then second is obviously if there are multiple amenities in your society, then you can book those completely from your app. So complete management system from society perspective can be done through this app. So facilities is another thing. Then obviously home store may, as someone mentioned, there are multiple services which you might require in your house. Maybe pest control or packers and movers and everything. So there are some tie-ups where you can get discounted rates and you can book everything. So all the common services are there which you can book directly and all the things which are required. Then another, I think, important feature which we use frequently is I think if anyone is needing maids or electrician or someone like that. So here there is a complete detail of what all things you might require. For example, if I require a cook, then I can see that this cook is a 5 star. I can even see what all houses he is working on. Oh, so you can directly get in touch with them, get the reviews as well. So all the staff, it could be maintenance staff or service staff, you can get all the details on what staff is working where, so that before even making a decision, you know that there is someone you can trust upon. So that is another thing which this app does. So if you look from high level perspective, anything which helps with your society or society management, it is present here. Maybe if I just scroll down and let you know a few other features which are important is there is a prepaid meter. So instead of paying electricity bill every time, you can have a prepaid electricity bill, and through this app only you can pay. And if anything, if the prepaid meter may bill khatam ho gaya, then you can pay again. So electricity bill is also there. Apart from that, if you need to call someone to your apartment, then you can invite guests as well. So inviting guest or delivery person, cab person, anyone if you want to invite, you can invite. So this would give a very rough idea on this. And apart from that, there is a community section as well. So there would be a notice where people can know what all are the important things which are going on in society. If some event is getting organized, you can get notified here. If some new regulations are getting enforced, then that also you can get to know from here. So this is very high level perspective of what exactly community management app is. Apart from that, I think you can see few other features. I would just focus on few features. I won't go in detail, but those features are important when we go later and deep dive. So you can see that there is the feature where you can answer a survey, you can answer a poll. At the same time, there is a marketplace. So all these things are also there. So marketplace is basically if you want to buy something nearby your society, maybe in your apartment or something which is there nearby your apartments. So there is also marketplace so that you know there is a trusted place to buy because it is within nearby your society and transportation cost also will be less. So these are the few things which will I think give you a brief idea about what this society management app is, right? So anything and everything which is linked to society and safety, trust, security, as well as some additional feature so that you can do everything via app. So everything comes in the society management app. Uh, Anyone has any questions on this or anything?
Um,
Anyone wants to add
can you
anything?
go to activity once, like your notification? I just saw something and I thought,
Okay.
uh, is this an ad? Dare to dream.
What?
Sixth number.
Sixth number.
Dare to dream.
Okay, I
Is
never
this an
open
ad?
notifications. Yeah, it is that.
Okay.
Cool. So this is a high level, I would say. Even I think one thing which I missed is if you are a tenant, then complete agreement also should be happening through this app. It needs to be approved. So even you know that people who are in this uh, app are approved and verified by office. So this is one side of app. There is also app for society where they can see complete analysis on user level as well on what unit is consuming how much electricity or which unit is ordering more. So they get a complete overview from their side as well. So there is another interface which might not cover in detail because I just want everyone to be on same page before we move forward. I think this context is enough for that. But yes, if any questions or if you think anything needs to be added which is specific to this, then we can have discussions on that lines as well before we move ahead. Let a thumbs up there though if everyone is clear what exactly society management app is. Just give a thumbs up and then I think I will just stop sharing my screen. Cool. I think if everyone is clear about what exactly society management is, anything and everything linked to society. So the complete session today is going to be decoding ki ye simple app ke piche what all things goes in the place and what all things I would say I might not cover everything, but I would try to cover 50 to 60% of things which I know so that you get a complete idea ki backend mein from product perspective, what all things goes into the play and what are things you need to consider so that next time whenever you are using the app, you have a better perspective on what to do, what not to do. So that is the objective of this complete meet. So before we move forward, I think from what we covered, if anyone has any perspective on what exactly could be the core need of this app, why someone might have designed the app, does anyone want to take a shoot at it? Very simple. I think देख के समझ ही गया होगा. You might be wrong as well. It does not matter. कुछ
Organize everything in a place for a tenant as well as society, like management.
okay. Organization. Okay. Apart from this, anyone else?
I think
Security
easy
purposes.
access, single place. Yeah, so you can continue.
Yeah. So one of the reason is security, like who all are entering and approving those. So security and a trust factor for all the society members.
Okay. So organization, trust. Anything else?
I was saying easy access because I think in the past it was more either if you want something done, it is either on paper or you had to talk to multiple people. Either you're getting it done in one place.
Okay. So
Feeling
apart
of
from
community, like social media, because everyone has a profile, and now even though you don't connect with them face to face, you would know that okay.
I'm asking
uh,
about need, not feature. What is the problem it could be solving?
The
like
finance management, like people paying maintenance and other things.
Transparency in
So,
financial statement.
yes.
Okay. Transparency. Uh, just
It has it has
just give me.
automated a lot of things that are mostly done manually. So just one single stop for reducing a lot of phone calls and visiting offices.
Hmm,
Everything's happening in one app.
got it. Uh,
uh, mo- monitoring who are coming to our society and who are left,
sorry, I could not get that.
monitoring the
Oh,
monitoring person, like कौन आ रहा है कौन जा रहा है,
okay.
ये सब.
So technically, trust and safety for that
Mm.
monitoring is there. Okay.
Others, I don't know. Maybe value-added services can be also a need of this. One of the reason. When I say value-added, I mean जो insurance हो गया. पहले क्योंकि कोई structural format था नहीं. Bangalore के terms are different. Maharashtra के terms are different. गाँव के terms are different. So एक structure way मिल जाता है. And you also curate a trust कि नहीं यार app is providing us the right deal. कोई दलाली नहीं है. तो मैं फंसूंगा नहीं.
But this need is getting satisfied through other platform as well, right? Yep.
There will be
Like
a single point of communication between the people. That might be a reason for building such app.
So I will just note down all the things which everyone mentioned first, and then we can start.
notification of local event and function may be one reason.
Okay, so I'm just writing down the need which everyone pointed out first. First is organization. Someone mentioned that people find difficult to organize things. Second, I think someone mentioned was issue of trust or safety and security. Then someone mentioned, I think Raghav just mentioned that there could be a need of, but I could not get that. Like what? How is it a need? Because that can be satisfied through other platform as well, right?
No, I mean, जब भी आप कोई gated societies में लेते हो तो they already told you कि these मतलब अगर कोई वैसी gated societies नहीं है, कोई stand alone building है, पुरानी building है, वहाँ पे we have find कि जब भी rent agreement बनता है वो जो बेसिकली जो टेनेंट है उसके लिए ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल नहीं होता है, लैंडलॉर्ड के लिए ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल होता है. बट दिस थिंग हैज सॉल्व दिस इशू. मतलब आप ऐप के थ्रू यू कैन सी योर टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन. ये थर्ड पार्टी ऐप भी कर रहे थे, पर मैं क्यों जाऊं जब मेरा काम यहाँ पे हो रहा
Got
है.
it. So everything in one place. So scattered
हाँ
things is a problem
हाँ
that it is solving. So everything is scattered, वो नहीं है.
हाँ, अब सेंट्रलाइज हो गया है ये चीज.
Got it. So these are the core needs. Apart from that, did I miss anything? I think everything was tied up to this only, right?
Yes, and one finance management. like
Transparency
collecting
in financial statement.
transparency. Yes.
Okay.
And common notices like event, organizing event, and any
collective
problem
memory.
in society.
Okay, so people not getting timely announcements on what is happening.
Announcements like आज पानी का shortage है, like electricity नहीं आएगी, that type of.
Got it. Cool. I think most of the things you guys have covered. I will just give you a high-level brief when the app started versus what it is now. So mostly when the app came into existence, it came with a simple need key. Whenever there is a premium society or society where they want to attract good people, they want to mainly focus on trust, safety, and security. So they started with the core need, which is trust, safety, and security. Yeah, Dia.
Sorry, I think I thought it was supposed to start at 9:30. Can you just brief me what we have covered in just 1 minute and then start? I'm really sorry for that.
As of now, we have not started anything. We just went through the complete app interface on how app looks like so that people are aware of how society management app looks like. And then we just are starting like what is the core need because of which app might have built, or what is the need which the app is solving. So, and the entire objective, just to give you an idea, is by the end of this session, you will get high level idea about how this app functions, how is the business model, how do companies earn money, or why do societies or apartments on board, what are the different user journeys, and what are the different pain points. So you'll get complete end-to-end idea about the complete ecosystem of the app management system. So this is the agenda.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Cool. So yeah, so what I was saying was it started with trust, safety, and security. And then obviously then as the need was there, then they expanded to other things. Why they expanded to other things, maybe I will discuss it later. But at I would say at its core, any app management system majorly focuses on trust and second organization. उसके बाद जो भी आता है, it is secondary. So the second thing is I just want to make you, I think maybe I will ask you question only on this. अगर कोई society को onboard करना है, why will any society onboard to this app? And do you think there is any reason for societies? Like why would any society say कि okay, give me this app? What could be the reason societies might onboard? Anyone wants to take a guess? कि मतलब ऐप तो बना दिया, but is there a need?
Reduces a lot of clutter in managing so many people in the society.
But that is not a society का major problem. ना flats तो
I
big.
think, I think cost cutoff can be a factor that by using this app, they can actually manage a lot of their like where they have to pay money to all other kind of sectors. Like in one place only, they can arrange all the things. So cost cutoff can be a factor.
Got it. Okay, I will just note down all the factors. So one thing which you mentioned is, I would suggest, why would societies use the app? So what did you mention, Srijita? Cost cut? What do you mean by cost cut?
Cost cutoff, like in one place they can arrange all the things and they don't have to explicitly go to all different things for managing stuff.
Okay, so kind of helping with organization. Yeah, Shweta.
Like going by the fact that the main selling point is the trust, safety, and security point. So previously, many of the societies उनमें कैसा होता था कि at the entry gate पे security guard के पास एक register रहता है where they take the signature whenever anybody comes in.
Yeah.
And here what is happening is कि they have everything at one place, and there is a like anytime I can go back and see, okay, इस date पे कौन आया था किस flat में, there is a digital footprint of all of that.
Got it. So I would say streamlining ops and organization combined, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sumer.
So what this why society would need the this app would be there will be a lot of paperwork, so they can digitalize that paperwork, and also it will be easy for them to organize the society members' data, like what flat they live in and other things like that.
Cool. So I think organization is a whole bucket. So
Yes.
that is getting sorted. Apart from organization and streamlining, anything else?
Real-time coordination and accountability.
Coordination about the notices and all the things. Are you talking about that?
Real-time coordination, services, emergency notices, centralized communication.
Well, I think I will just go back and ask one question to everyone before this. ये सबसे society को क्या benefit होगा? And then सब flats चले गए, they would be getting maintenance as well. So why
I
would they
would say
care about giving additional services to them?
reputation increases, like it gives a premium feeling, so their cost and rents would increase. Like we are talking when these apps came, so it would be like a good thing to have, obviously, but let's say I'm going to a society where they have this app and there is another society where they don't, so I would prefer this society.
Got it. So you are saying image would increase. So आगे जाके if they are building something else, people will come there for the
Yeah.
builder.
Yeah.
So reputation leading to something जहाँ पे वो कुछ revenue कमा सकते हैं और because
Yeah.
of this people will come here, attract हो सकता है.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is one thing. So let's say लोग reputation के लिए कर रहे हैं. Anything else anyone can think
I mean,
of?
from a perspective of that corporate manager, society
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I
But
think
do you think it is a builder का problem or secretary का problem?
It depends on laws, because I've heard in some cities for first 3 years, I think builder also manages the society and they then hand over. So like I'm not sure about other cities.
Cool. Okay,
how
cool.
it
So I will
happens.
just give you a high level idea on what happens. Then we can come to this question. So let's say we have multiple society management acts. For now, let's assume 3. So what these people do is they find out first what are the apartments where we should pitch the app. So there could be multiple premium apartments, non-premium apartments. They do a list of apartments जहाँ पे हमारा ऐप बिक सकता है. They go there and they close the sales. So this is how it goes. So this is kind of a, you can say, society management apps, and these are the apartments. So sales agent यहाँ पे जाके sell कर रहा होगा. What would they be saying? कि okay, you should take the app because of this.
One is
People,
freebies
which you
also.
mentioned, organizations streamlining ops.
Freebies also, I would say. So currently they are spending a lot of work on effort on these things, organization ops, and they don't have to pay anything now, because these society management apps charge customers actually. Like let's say I go into living into apartment, they ask me 1,500 for onboarding. So now society management has to pay zero money. So and their work is getting easier.
Hmm.
So I
Okay.
would call it freebies, kind of free, or yeah.
Okay, so I will add one more thing here. Someone goes, says to apartment that you take our app, you need to pay some yearly maintenance for this app. So then again there would be a thing कि मतलब ठीक
Yeah.
है yearly maintenance मतलब सबका maintenance increase होगा. So that is a persona or that is a use case. So there will be a mindset which says that okay, that my work will increase and everything will be there. Then in that cases, do you think this feature will help them sell alone? Organization and streamlining ops. Or do you think of any? I think Kritika, Diya, if you
Yeah.
will.
One thing I've noticed, क्योंकि मेरी society में भी anacity abuse हुआ है after a lot of years of not being used.
Okay.
And even the residents, they change. I mean, पहले बहुत ही chaotic होता था. Even after 7, 8, 9, maintenance workers used to keep working, क्योंकि personal numbers पे सब call करते थे. But अभी even the residents have gotten disciplined, क्योंकि सबको पता है app 6 बजे के बाद नहीं allow करता. For whatever reasons. तो residents की quality भी increase होती रहती है धीरे-धीरे.
But if I am a sales agent going to apartment, maybe secretary of apartment or someone in the apartment who is in the decision making place. will that matter to him? Because उसका काम तो है कि सोसाइटी को मेंटेन करना है बस. So it would be harder
Indirect,
for him to make people use the app, right?
हाँ indirectly matter करेगा उसके लिए.
Indirectly, so it is not his burning pain point.
I would say easy maintenance collection. 1 point.
Okay.
Currently, in other societies, they go door to door and ask for money. Here,
And automated invoice generation.
Okay, easy maintenance. So sales agent will say, मैं organize कर दूंगा आपका चीजें, I will streamline your ops, easy maintenance. You need to give me yearly this much amount. So this is something which you will say, right?
reputation, are we counting that or?
Reputation is the goal, but do you think reputation secretary को पड़ा है? Maybe builder would be caring about reputation, right? But secretary ko, why would it benefit secretary or decision maker?
Because let's say secretary lives in the society, so like their property prices go up. If it's a safe society and if it's an unsafe society, like we hear in news, right? This society had this trouble. Noida, you would have seen so many videos, people fighting. So if it's a safe society where these things don't happen, their reputation increases, property prices increases. Things don't go vacant for long, like flat selling or something. Just
अगर फ्लैट सेल नहीं किया तो क्या होगा? सेक्रेटरी को क्या जाता है?
बाकियों के भी प्राइस डिक्रीज होता है अगर वहां फ्लैट सेल नहीं हो रहे हैं तो.
But what is the pain point of secretary? Obviously,
Okay,
end users का तो loss है.
Yeah, I'm thinking as if like he's a owner in that society, not as a secretary. Yeah, got it.
Cool. So you are thinking more from a single perspective, long term. So ठीक है, I would say secretary का flat less में बिकेगा. But will sales agent say that? कि आपका मैं flat अच्छे में बिकवा दूंगा.
I think one thing that I have personally noticed is with the boom of deliveries happening, a lot of to and fro happening within the society. So it's a very important thing that how do we manage it and how do we get the consent, because a person can say, I need access to this thing, but how do we know it's actually true? This is one application I am aware of. So I think it streamlines the security aspect, which is very, very important for any gated society.
Got it. More security or safety. Anything else? I think Devesh, you have something to add.
As we were discussing about what would help secretary, so I think it's all about convenience of the secretary. For example, if we have to sell this app or if we are pitching this app to the secretary of any society, it's all about how we can prove him that, okay, by using this app or this system or software, whatever we are providing, it is going to provide the secretary a lot of convenience and also going to remove a lot of pain points of him.
Got it. And these are the pain points which you mentioned.
Yes.
So it will help you with everything. Cool. I think makes sense. Apart from this,
to add to Devesh's point, it's like secretary is a voluntary position, so they are spending like time to do all this, and the value proposition is if you do this, your time spent on society management decrease. So
cool. Yeah, Bindu, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, something on the lines of the security only. But my perspective here is, yes, organization, it helps a lot on the organization part. But if a salesperson is gonna pitch something to a secretary or to that particular apartment, right? So organization part still can be done even if there is no app as such. So manually, from years together, that was the trend, and even now also some who would be very restricting on the price still could continue to do that. But something on security and like to have a track record of, okay, who is entering, who is not entering, is my society really safe? So that cannot be handled by one secretary 24/7. So giving pitching in that manner would actually add a lot of value. Uh, and even secretary would feel that okay, my society is safe, and if anything even goes wrong, I have what backlog of what exactly went wrong and can easily take next steps. So again, going back to their USP of trust and safety, so that would be the major pointer in pitching to the apartments or secretary.
How will this help? How will this help them understand what went wrong?
So they will have the logs of who is entering and like the residents allowing giving access to allowed particular person, right?
Got it. So
So I
basically, tracking. If something happens, then
tracking.
tracking.
Yes.
Cool. I think we don't have enough time, but I think we have covered most of the things. But I think major pain point which you guys missed, if you think from a secretary perspective, I think if anyone has watched Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, then it's more about having maintenance money in the bank. So that is the one of the most obviously this is the organization streamlining ops, easy maintenance. ये सब तो pitch होता ही है, but इसके साथ साथ some monetary incentive as well. कि अगर हमने आप हमारा ऐप यूज करो, so one thing which they do is this app कि हम आपको some x amount x lakhs rupees गारंटी भी करेंगे कि we will give you ईयर के एंड में इतना मनी का गारंटी. So that is another pitching point for them. Because if you look at the person of secretary or someone who is managing the society, first thing is कि I should have enough money in the bank so that if any event is happening, I should be able to spend money. Then secondary is कि अगर कुछ add on हो तो ठीक है. So these are the two things. Obviously ये तो pitch होता ही है कि आप organization कर सकते हो, flats दे सकते हो, सब दे सकते हो. But major thing is we will also assure that you earn this much if you onboard our app. So this is the model which usually is there in society management app. So I will just give summary of the model, like how this model works. So what happens is this app may they have a sales team. So this sales team identify what are the different societies where I can pitch कि मैं उनको पैसे बना के दे सकता हूँ. Then they go there, they tell them that okay, this is our app, you get this much benefits, but उसके साथ साथ I will also give you X amount of guarantee. कि by the end of the year I will give you X amount. And then maybe deal converts or not, but this is one thing which most of the people missed, the guarantee of money. Obviously most people might not have thought from that angle, but just a new perspective कि this ये सब भी होता है. And this model जो ये है, it is called as a B2C model because we are selling directly to apartments. B2B model में हम बाद में आएंगे because B2B model is थोड़ा more complex. But B2C model में we identify which is the society which can use our app. We will directly pitch our app to them saying that we can help you with organization, streamlining of security, trust. At the same time, we'll guarantee you X amount of money. X amount is dependent on various factors. क्या factors होंगे हम बाद में देखेंगे, but this is the value proposition. Yeah, questions?
From where are they actually getting this X amount? Like it's from the society residents only and then giving.
That is the next question for you guys. From where they
Okay.
might be earning money so that we can give it to them. And how would they earn money? Because they are spending money and they are giving more money. So how will they earn money? So this is the next question. कि मतलब how can they give X lakhs of rupees? So anyone wants to go ahead on this?
Atharo, one important thing is that we are forgetting is, as humans, we always love aggregation platforms. And when you're able to aggregate all the users in one platform, it becomes a marketplace where you will be able to sell anything. And you'll be also having a good data bank of your customers. You know their trends, you know their data, you know what they love, what they don't. And that is something which is really valuable.
So I will go one step back again. Let's make persona of secretary. उसका mindset कैसे होगा? I think you must have seen secretary in your society. Mostly people would be in early 40s or late 30s or 45, 46. Obviously, this might change later. I'm talking about the current scenario. So mid 30s or maybe early 40s में होगा. इतना tech पे believe नहीं करता होगा. Maybe might be tech savvy as well. Few societies are tech savvy as well. बट इन जनरल टेक में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगा, और ही वुड बी मेनली केयरिंग अबाउट कि मुझे नेक्स्ट इवेंट करने के लिए कुछ पैसा चाहिए, और आई नीड टू हैव मनी इन द बैंक सो दैट इफ एनीथिंग गोज रॉन्ग देन सोसाइटी के खर्चे से निकल जाए. So I would say money centric when it comes to saving. And mostly they might not have a growth mindset in terms of society को कैसे grow करना है. Maybe I might be wrong. I'm just making it up because I just, based on what I got to know from different people and reading, I'm just sharing my insights. अगर किसी को लगता है this is wrong, I'm open to hear different perspectives as well. When I say growth mindset नहीं है, मतलब he might not think कि मुझे aggregate करने की need भी है. बट फॉर हिम इज मनी सेंट्रिक बिकॉज इफ कुछ गलत हो गया तो आई शुड हैव इनफ मनी की सोसाइटी के खर्चे निकल जाए, नहीं तो मेंटेनेंस बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. दैट वुड बी अ ह्यूज थिंग टू कन्विंस एवरीवन. सो दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच आई कुड थिंक ऑफ अ सेक्रेटरी पर्सोना. एंड विल ही एंटरटेन सेल्स? अगर कोई जाके बोलेगा कि आई विल मेक योर सोसाइटी स्टैंड आउट देन अदर्स, तो विल ही एंटरटेन दैट? कि मतलब सोसाइटी को रेपुटेशन, आई थिंक समवन मेंशन्ड रेपुटेशन, माइट और माइट नॉट बी, दिस इज डिबेटेबल. कुछ लोग का एस्पिरेशन होता है, कुछ का नहीं होता है. बट ओनली थिंग विच इज कॉमन विच आई फील इज मनी सेंट्रिकनेस. बाकी सब चीजें कुड बी यहाँ वहाँ पे. सो गिवन दिस पर्सोना, दिस पॉइंट्स में व्हाट इज P1 P2 P3, कौन सा प्रायोरिटी ज्यादा है? सो दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट. बिकॉज इन द एंड ही इज द डिसीजन मेकर कि मुझे लेना है या नहीं लेना है. But agree with Vignesh your point as well कि that also is an important point from user point of view. But here जिनको हम सेल कर रहे हैं उनका माइंडसेट अलग है, यूजर का माइंडसेट अलग है. मे बी यूजर के लिए बेनिफिशियल है, उनके लिए आया नहीं, पता नहीं.
Yep. I completely agree with you, Arthur.
I think the money part that you refer to, I believe it comes from one, the data that they procure about the residents, and to that how they can pitch other brands for sponsorships or selling or all that stuff. So through that they're able to make money because they've now aggregated data. And yeah, I did remember receiving like a PR sort of a box, right? Trials of different brands and stuff like that.
Got it.
This is my hypothesis, but not sure.
Data. Yeah, multiple people have questions. Maybe number wise जा सकते हैं हम लोग. चेहरा गया. Do you have any point to add?
Yeah, so like how much money can they provide to the buyer? Like secretary is a buyer and let's say society folks are users. So how they can provide money is one is onboarding. So they have a onboarding charge for app. It's
No,
a paid.
I am saying this, for example, if I am a, let's say, Anacity app, then how can I give X lakh to company? How can I give X lakh to the society or apartment? Onboarding का पैसा भी apartment से लेना पड़ेगा, but how can we give them?
So onboarding money is coming from the people.
नहीं, we are saying हम लोग, but people से ही लेंगे तो उसका maintenance बढ़ गया ना indirectly. Then again there would be resistance. I would assume कि people से नहीं जाएगा पैसा.
Okay.
How can we get them the money? Yeah, Devesh.
Yes. So there are two things. If we have to provide money to the societies whom we are onboarding, so either we can display advertisements on our app which the users are basically using, and then I don't know whether this is operational or not, but we can onboard third-party services on our app so that what if any user avails those third-party services, like whether it is a grooming service or cleaning service provided by any third-party startup like Urban Clap or like there are multiple like that those. So each availed service will give us means like the management company an incentive. So these are the two things I thought.
Got it. Yeah, Ashia, do you have anything to add on this?
Yeah, I think that one of the things that I've observed in my own society app is that when we make payments, like even charging electricity, or maybe doing the maintenance charge, paying the maintenance charge. So
Hmm.
the maintenance is, for example, I'm paying 2,000 rupees, but
Hmm.
then there is an extra amount
Yeah,
that automatically gets added.
yeah.
So
Service fee.
yeah, service. So I think that there is some not showing off, but
Yeah,
low-key commissions that they take from us.
yeah.
So I think there is one of the thing is about payment commissions.
Makes sense. I think that is one of the thing.
Maybe why exactly is it collected again?
For example, if you are paying with credit cards, तो ऑब्वियसली आपके सोसाइटी ऐप से पे कर रहे तो क्रेडिट कार्ड्स गिव देम थोड़ा एडिशनल डिस्काउंट, एडिशनल मनी. सो इट्स अ कमीशन जो कंपनीज को मिलता है, नॉट सोसाइटीज.
Okay, okay. So the card company is the one that's earning, right?
या
Got it.
बट उसका कमीशन मिलता है.
समझ गया, समझ गया.
या सृजिता,
जितने भी इन्वेस्टर्स और वेंडर्स के साथ वो बिल्डर जो भी मतलब सेल करने के टाइम जितने भी मनी वहां से अरेंज होंगे, आई थिंक वहां से ही साइड कमीशन जाएगा फर्दर टू दी सेक्रेटरी.
एग्जांपल, कैन यू गिव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस?
जैसे कि बिल्डर बेसिकली बिल्डर ही अरेंज करते हैं कि कोई भी न्यू अपार्टमेंट या कुछ भी बनता है, कहीं जमीन या कुछ भी सेल करना हो तो वही अरेंज करते हैं. तो फिर दैट पर्सन नीड्स इन्वेस्टर्स. तो वो इन्वेस्टर्स अब वहाँ जो सोसाइटी जो सेल हो रही है वो हो सकते हैं उसके एडवर्टीजमेंट या डिफरेंट सोर्सेज से जो उसका सेल हो रहा है एडवर्टीजमेंट, वहां से इन्वेस्टर्स आएंगे और जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ेगा उसके हिसाब से कुछ मनी वहां पर कलेक्शन में आएगा और वहां से आई थिंक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फर्दर होगा, जो कि शायद एज ए कमीशन फर्दर सेक्रेटरी को वो प्रॉफिट मिल सकता है, बिकॉज वो अगर वो ऐप यूज कर रहे हैं सर्टेन बेनिफिट्स तो देना पड़ेगा फॉर यूजिंग दैट ऐप.
So basically ads से people will come and ads से we will earn in a way, right?
Yeah, basically the investment thing.
But why will they give money to Anacity or any other app, for example? So I'm just trying to understand. You are saying that someone will give investment by looking at the ads, but why?
एज अ सोर्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट लाइक वो एड्स देखकर उन्हें पता चल रहा है कि यहाँ पर इन्वेस्ट करके उन्हें सर्टेन प्रॉफिट्स मिल सकता है एंड दैट फ्रॉम दैट सोर्स ऑफ रेपुटेशन दे आर गेटिंग दैट कॉन्फिडेंस दैट यस दे कैन इन्वेस्ट इन सर्टेन प्लेस.
Got it. I think I will come to this point later when I'm talking about the revenue streams.
Okay.
But just remind me once. I think mostly your question का answer वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा.
And also one thing, hardware में भी they charge commissions these apps. Like मेरी सोसाइटी में जहाँ पे मैं अभी currently हूँ वहाँ पे my gate use होता है. They use that gate barrier Park Plus का. तो उससे भी they charge a very good amount of commission. जहाँ तक if I know, and I totally agree with the data वाला point, which one of the person said कि तो वो डेटा कलेक्ट होता है उसके बेसिस पे सर्विस बेस्ड कमीशन होती है. और जो लोकल वेंडर्स ऑन बोर्ड होते हैं, व्हेन आई से लोकल वेंडर्स, तो मेट्रोज में वी हैव सीन जो टियर 2 सिटीज के हैं, चलो दे हैव क्या स्टेडियम्स हैं वहीं पे आप पर एनएम की फीस लेते हो, पर मेट्रोज में डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट, राइट. वहां पे तो आपको पर डे के हिसाब से प्राइसेस देने हैं. तो अगर मैं आपके बैडमिंटन कोर्ट या पिकल बॉल कोर्ट को ऑन बोर्ड कर रहा हूँ, यू हैव टू पे मी एक्स अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. तो उससे भी सम सॉर्ट ऑफ चार्ज जाता है टू दी सोसाइटीज. अगर मैं आपको सर्विस दे रहा हूँ.
So any which I'm saying it's service we agree. Sudeep, do you have anything to add?
So what we can do, we can like divide these services into two parts. One is the core services, like all that we discussed. So I don't think that this would be that much profitable that we are giving to them. But the secondary services, for example, the marketplace, the handyman services, So we can have charge from the like end other users. For example, the cook, the wireman. So for posting their profile on the app, we can charge them, and this is how we can get profit. Like they will get leads for their work, the cook or all the handyman things. So they can have their lead also. So they will be profitable. And again, we are as an app, we can be profitable and share the like the revenue stream to that way. So it can be one of the way for revenue generation through secondary services.
Okay, I think one thing which I would say is go and watch our blue collar session as well. I think there one point we discussed here is when it comes to blue collar jobs, their mindset is ki anyways they earn 12,000 to 15,000 a
Okay.
month or maximum 20 25. So they might not give money. So could be an option, but I don't think it is happening. Cool, I
So
think
like
we
we
don't
can,
have enough. Yeah, something to add.
yeah, just like another question. So it would be a B2B or B2C, like selling to a society. So would it be considered as B2C because we are at the end, we are just selling to one society. Other
Yeah.
perspective can be uh, so otherwise we can have like thinking that like consumers are different. For example, we are selling to society secretary and the end users are all the society residents. So in that way, it can be a B2B.
नो मतलब विदाउट सेक्रेटरी आप पूरे सोसाइटी में एनफोर्स ही नहीं कर सकते ना एंड इफ इट इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल द सोसाइटी में रहने वाले जो भी है तो इट माइट नॉट एड द वैल्यू बिकॉज फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से बुकिंग अ कोर्ट एज एग्जाम्पल if only few people have access to booking a court, few people don't, then how do you solve that problem? So in the end, you need to sell to everyone only. So you need to sell to complete apartment. At least that is the model which they follow. So
Right.
B2C,
So
मतलब you need to sell to apartment only by getting in touch with decision maker. Who is the decision maker can vary based on society के rules.
okay, got it. So it's at the end B2C.
Yeah. There is a B2B model as well. I will cover that later if we get time. If anyone is willing to stay till 12, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I would say कि मतलब data में some I think Diya mentioned data rightly so because if you look from data perspective हमारे पास क्या क्या data है we have data of electricity bill कि how much electricity consumes उससे we can get idea about कि what is their consumption capacity बिल्स अगर वो यहाँ से पे कर रहे हैं कमीशन एंड वो सब तो हमें पता है कि बाकी भी वो कितना यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं सो इन पेइंग कैपेसिटी का भी हमें आइडिया मिल जाता है उनका to some extent, obviously not complete idea. Then apart from that, if you look from the features, from community insights as well, ki what people are talking about in community, which flats में. So community से भी हमें कुछ insights मिल जाता है कि ये flat में ये बातें हो रही है because we get flat number mapping as well. So we have multiple data points जहाँ से हमें मिलते हैं. Even we have third party services. So what kind of third party services who is booking? So this data becomes a huge, I would say, source which can attract brands. देन ये डेटा का कहाँ पे यूज होता है आई विल जस्ट लेट यू नो हाई लेवल पे सो हाउ टू अर्न मनी देयर आर टू चैनल्स ऑनलाइन एज वेल एज ऑफलाइन आई थिंक few things most of the people have covered few things few people have not covered so I will first go to offline medium जहाँ पे एडवर्टीजमेंट करते हैं just a minute I made a note of it so offline में what they do is lift branding so if you have seen कि लिफ्ट में कुछ कुछ होल्डिंग्स वहाँ पे डाले होते हैं so जो ब्रांडिंग होता है एनबीएच सेज की इफ यू पुट होल्डिंग्स तो आपको 50,000 मिलेगा तो इट्स लाइक कि जो भी लिफ्ट में ब्रांडिंग होता है उसमें वी ब्रिंग ब्रांड्स वी एज एन एनबीएच और एनएसटी और माईगेट दे ऑनबोर्ड ब्रांड्स एंड दे गिव मे बी 50,000 पर होल्डिंग रैंडम वैल्यू एंड ये 50,000 का एक्स कमीशन गोज टू एनबीएच एंड बाकी का इनको मिलता है मतलब एक्स कमीशन गोज टू एप्स एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग इनको मिलता है सो लिफ्ट में जो ब्रांडिंग होता है उससे दे अर्न देन सेकंड इज सैम्पलिंग सैम्पलिंग इज समथिंग लाइक कि डोर टू डोर जाके वो फ्री में आपको कुछ दे देते हैं कि ट्राई दिस थिंग एक सिंपल एग्जांपल कुड बी स्विश इज अ ब्रांड इन बैंगलोर they are available near Indira Nagar and all those area so they will give a sampling with a branding of Swish तो वो कुछ areas target करेंगे who are their target audience so sampling is another thing by which they can earn Then gate branding. If you notice in the premium gate apartments, gate के ऊपर भी brandings लगे होते हैं. So all those things also brands onboard करते हैं this third party apps and उनको पैसा देता है because if for example gate branding के लिए someone gave 2 lakh rupees for maybe 5 months. तो 2 lakh का maybe some percentage apps will take but majority of person go to them. याद दिया.
Uh, is kiosk setting and all of that also comes
Yeah.
under them?
Yeah. So event में अगर कुछ कियोस्क हो गए वो सेट करने that also comes here. So I think I would say stalls, kiosk setups जो भी है. If these people are bringing in brands, for example, if there is a brand of a hot dog who needs to promote to a certain set of audience which is available in the society, so they will bring them to this society and then they will do everything. कि मतलब setup तो नहीं करेंगे, they will just have a deal and then it is up to secretary कि कैसे operations होगा. So the stall setup is there.
Want to understand here, though they're having this data, we understand from the flat price itself that how much a person might be, like what economic tier they are in, right? So why is this directly, like why do brands not directly reach the secretary to do all this? Like
It
what?
should be secretary ना. Problem is secretary might not be aware कि हो सकता है ये सब चीजें.
अच्छा.
So it's more of a awareness problem from what I understand. I'm not sure as well. I have not touched on
Can
this.
you look into this and help me understand कि up till now, because this offline branding has been there, right?
Yeah.
It lives and all. It's still, if you go. So what? Why was it that with like these apps, it got more streamlined? Like, what was the difference before versus now? I would like to know that.
I don't have answer to this because I never got to this point. But maybe I will try to ask few people and I will let you know on this.
It might be because जो data जा रहा है, like इतना specific data collected at one place, and it is first hand data. सेक्रेटरी के पास मे बी गेसेस होंगे या सेक्रेटरी के पास कुछ एक्टिव फ्लैट आई मीन कम्युनिटी मेंबर्स का डेटा होगा, बट ये जो डेटा है मैप्ड आउट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल और ये सब तो सभी करेंगे ही करेंगे थर्ड पार्टी.
Yeah.
तो काफी
And I
स्ट्रीम.
think to add to this Kritika's point, these people work with many societies, so brands know कि they have more data, so more trustable as well. If a secretary goes, what is the trust? कि मतलब क्यों मैं करूँ? These people can have a data backing. This could be one of the reason as well. कि historical data of brands is there on what brands collaborated and what is the ROI they got. That is another question that we will discuss later कि how to measure ROI. क्योंकि ये सब ऑफलाइन में impressions नहीं होते directly. So ROI कैसे measure होता है? So वो सब business and metrics में we will come later. But yeah, offline में I think I will just cover all these things थोड़ा fast क्योंकि नहीं तो टाइम नहीं मिलेगा. So door knobs is one of the things which is there. Like door के knobs के अंदर कुछ advertisement कर लेते हैं. And last is कि offline क्या बोलते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर नहीं, वो पेजेस होते हैं ना, वो डोर के नीचे डाल देते हैं,
like pamphlets.
pamphlets. So these are the few things जिससे मतलब we can help them earn money. So usually इसमें क्या होता है, if we for example x lakh मैंने commit किया है, for example let's say it is 10 lakhs and we are taking 10% of sales or 10% commission. तो मुझे ये सब से I need to ensure as a brand कि मुझे as a brand नहीं as a app कि I need to get at least 1.1 lakh का revenue for them so that I can take 10,000 and I can give 1 lakh to them. क्योंकि जो भी ऑनलाइन में they earn, since that is app revenue, that is completely given to apps only. Nothing of this online share is given to offline people. Offline people as in apartments. So जो भी online के revenue streams है, उसका revenue share is not given to them because that is in-app purchase. Only इसका revenue उनको देते हैं जो भी offline में होता है because it is in collaboration and visibility होती है वहाँ पे. So online maybe I will just walk through third. I think most of the people mentioned online में third party services है. Pest control हो गया तो ads चलती है. Or maybe when I was showing the app, then वहाँ पे भी multiple places पे ad थी. So ad impressions and ad conversion. These are the two metric. जिस पे this people charge कि how many impression I am getting and how many conversions I am getting. So this ads हो गया. Then someone mentioned payment service fee as well. So that is there. In few societies, there is also something called as membership. If I take membership, then I will get something at less cost. जो भी third party services है वो. So these are the three online kind of a revenue जो these people do, and I think major these three are there. Yeah, Dia.
I'm interested to understand how did the residents started adopting using this app? Because one
Uh,
thing is onboarding the secretary, but then onboarding all the people in the society. How did that funnel got established in the initial phases?
so just give me 10 more minutes. When we go into user journey, I think that point will be clear. I
Okay.
think at a certain point, users don't have option but to adopt. But that will be clear through the user journey, I would say. But before user journey, I just wanted you guys to know a brief idea about the business model. क्योंकि इसके बिना I think user journey might be difficult to understand. So that's why I mentioned in the start only कि we might not go in the standard format where we start with a problem. In this case, I felt starting with the solution and business model would be better to understand the journey. So just to give summary of all the things which we discussed now so that everyone is on the same page, we are abhi talking about B2C model. So what B2C model is, कि मतलब this third apps first approach individual apartments. They convince them that use the app because you will streamline your ops, reduce organization, and will also ensure some amount of money to you after a year. So ये सब करके these people on board. ऑनबोर्ड करने के बाद देन सेकंड इज की हाउ डू दिस पीपल अर्न मनी क्योंकि ये पैसे दे भी रहे हैं एंड मिल भी नहीं रहे हैं सो हाउ डू दे अर्न मनी इट्स थ्रू ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन सो ऑफलाइन में दे टेक सम कमीशंस from all the things which are getting and most of the money goes to this societies and here 100% of revenue generated is apps ka revenue. So this is the thing which we discussed as of now. So anyone has any questions on this? Yeah, anything which you need to add, feel free to add before. Yeah, Kritika.
I just have one question. इसमें कोई भी violation type का नहीं होता like do all the flats, I mean the residents know कि उनका data ऐसे like openly दे रहे हैं ads के लिए.
We are never selling a data. That is what I said. Maybe when I go to branding part, I will cover that in detail.
Okay.
No one sells data directly. Basically, we pitch to the जो भी brands है कि we have this set of target audience, aggregated data जाता है, not
Okay.
individual data.
Got it.
We never say कि हमारे पास ये बंदा है जो इतना कमाता है, वो डेटा भी नहीं होगा हमारे पास.
Right.
But based on the patterns की इतना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का एवरेज कंजम्पशन है which is better than average consumption हो सकता है one point. Second point could be कि at this frequency people are booking pickleball courts if it is there or badminton courts. So it makes sense कि आप कुछ ad लगा दो in badminton court के यहाँ पे. All this aggregated data से हम लोग लाते हैं. We are never selling the data from what I know. हो भी सकता है sell. Who knows?
Okay.
But from what I know, it is aggregated data का selling.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Sudeep.
So can it be the case that in premium societies they don't allow for the marketing, offline marketing that we are focusing?
Yes. I think I would just take that point now because it is relevant. Because I will just take a hypothetical scenario. Suppose as a, let's say a third party application, I gave you a 10 lakh commitment. Yeah, I will give you 10 lakh की deals. उसमें से 10% मैं लूंगा. तो आपको 9 लाख मिल जाएगा by the end of 1 year. बट इसमें एक केस हो सकता है फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई एडल्ट ब्रांड आ गया who need to sell but secretary is against कि यार मतलब ये तो सेल हो नहीं सकता क्योंकि we have many children in our apartments. So what will happen in that case? Because that brand is willing to give me 2 lakhs. So what will happen? So that is a genuine question. I think that is the question, right?
Yeah, similar kind of
That is there,
yes.
but what? So I think that is there in terms and condition. कि not revenue generated, but revenue क्या बोलते हैं given to you, opportunity given to you. And obviously ये थोड़ा complicated terms and condition है from what I understood. It's like कि कुछ and it differs based on I would say purchasing power कि मतलब अगर society के पास ज़्यादा से है तो society will negotiate. If apps have a more say then apps will negotiate. For example, if there is a prestige building like Prestige Highfield or Oberoi. Purchasing power is less. But when it comes to a small gated apartment, हमारे पास ज़्यादा purchasing power होगा. Based on that, this contract differs. But in most of the cases, I'm not sure of this, and I also need to validate. But from what I got to know and what thing I inferred from all the conversation is, कुछ percentage, for example, if I got a brand deal of 2 lakhs from certain brand which society do not want to promote, उसका कुछ percentage ये deal में count होता है. That percentage is mutually agreed. या अगर म्यूचुअली अग्री नहीं होता तो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन में अग्री होता है कि हम लोग को बस ये चीजों में मार्केटिंग करनी है. उसके हिसाब से देन दिस कॉस्ट माइट गो डाउन. 9 लाख का 7 लाख हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज माय अजम्पशन और इन्फरेंस, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर ऑफ दिस. आई होप दैट सॉल्व्स योर क्वेश्चन ना सुदीप, बिकॉज आई
Yes, yes,
क्वेश्चन की व्हाट हैपेंस कि अगर मैंने ब्रांड लाया बट कन्वर्ट ही नहीं हुआ, मतलब सोसाइटी वाले नहीं माने.
right. So perfectly answered.
या विघ्नेश.
Atharva and folks, everyone, I just need a small favor. I know it's hard not to speak in Hindi, but it'd be much better if you all communicate in English because we
Okay,
have
okay,
more
cool.
people, right? Notices का फायदा उठाएंगे.
Works. Sorry, I think I forgot about it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we
yeah.
can have it in English.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Cool. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way.
Yeah, my note taker wasn't functioning well. That's the reason I brought it up.
Okay. Don't worry, Gemini is taking notes, so that would be accurate summary.
Yeah.
Cool. So, any more questions here before we move ahead?
Just one thing that in the terms and conditions were mentioned, there's no minimum guarantee, right? There's just promise that they will get
Which is
some.
minimum guarantee.
There is a minimum guarantee.
Otherwise, company need to pay.
Okay, and that can vary apartment to like
Yeah.
parts.
So as I mentioned, everything is not black and gray here. A lot depends on which apartment it is and where we have more say. It is same as I think when we did one session on Zepto. When Zepto onboards the brand, how much commission Zepto will take from a brand, it totally depends on the किसके पास ज़्यादा power है. For example, if brand is bigger and Zepto wants to onboard, then commission would be less because there is demand. But for a certain brand, if demand is not there, then Zepto will charge more commission. Similar to that, based on who has more purchasing power, those will dictate the terms.
Because when OYO established a minimum guarantee, they had like a fixed thing. So I just wanted to confirm.
From what I understand, it is different and it varies as well. Because I think, even if I think logically, I have no things backing it. If a society is having more premium audience, obviously more brands will come. So obviously the pay would be more for them as compared to a small society. So it might not be standard coming from that logic.
Standard, but do they promise like something minimum guarantee that okay, this much revenue we will ensure? Because one thing that I know, when we think about Corona, right? Maybe at that time they might have guaranteed something, but that might not have happened. So how does it legally look like? Because what I remember, OYO did that, and in Corona, that really hit them hard. There were a lot of legal cases against them. So
Why was the legal case? Like, what was the gist of it?
So basically, OYO had a minimum guarantee where they promised all the hotels that if they stay with them exclusively with OYO, they will provide certain amount, right? And in Corona, they were not able to do that because people were not traveling. And because of that, they said that we are breaching the contract that we made. Likewise, I'm just trying to understand that here, how did they navigate this phase and how the legality sort of look like? Because if you're promising something, right, if there's a minimum guarantee, they have to provide it regardless of, and all these things. So how do they have that cushion or buffer thing, or just, or maybe if it's something that they've not
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it must be a totally complex thing. I have not gone into so much of detail. But one of the major concern for this metric is ki how much things we achieve, like in how much commitment ratio, basically, commitment achieved. That is the key metric here. And that is something most of the companies also struggle with because it is very difficult to say a guaranteed thing. But obviously, there could be multiple.
There's a minimum guarantee thing for doctors and a lot of things. So that's why I just wanted to go deeper into this thing
I
because
think companies should would be paying from their thing, but I'm not sure about it. But
understand.
I'm pretty sure there must be multiple legal things which might be going, but I'm not sure. I don't have answer to this.
That's
I think just as an insurance, when you're purchasing insurance, there'll always be this terms and condition, right? That in case of any exceptions, natural disasters, that they may not cover. So these guys also must have such a provision in their terms and conditions to protect themselves.
I am pretty sure. I'm not exactly. I've not deep dived into this. I might not be the right person to comment, but I'm pretty sure this might be the case.
Yeah.
I will just note down this point as well. So I think idea of this session is to just get different perspective, which we might not have thought of as well. So I think this makes sense as well. The terms and condition may what all complexities could be there. This could be a research topic in itself. Like basically how
business model, like if they're doing an MG, right, in terms of crisis, or you've had like a bankruptcy sort of period because of this, right?
yeah.
So I just would love to know. And again, if
I think
brands
most of the companies in this space are not profitable. Just to give you a high level idea.
yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. Are they, and how much brand willingness is there for this thing and all of that.
Yeah.
Because that's an interesting, and I think that's where it becomes more important how this
Yeah.
fares out, because that decides the PNN basically of the companies.
Yeah. Agree. I think this are the things which could be a complete deep dive in itself. How do they define terms and conditions? What could be legal complications? If they are not able to meet, then why will companies onboard these people? In general, they will lose trust. And I think that is the main problem in most of the companies, from what I know in B2C, commitment fulfill karna is also a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was surprised when you say MG can be there, because uh, it's very unpredictable
Yeah.
after specifically Corona thing happened. So
Yes. And that is why B2B model is there. Maybe I think few companies have combination of B2C and B2B. So you know why people might most of the companies started from B2C. Few companies are doing B2B as well. So B2B model may all these things won't be there because in B2B there is no ads. How it works, maybe we can discuss it later. But B2C may, as of now, from what I know, this is what is happening. But totally aligned, I think there could be multiple complications. In fact, if they are not getting revenue, obviously they won't onboard app again. And I'm pretty sure in most of the small societies, ये churn भी ज़्यादा होगा. I don't have exact number, but going by what you said, I'm pretty sure churn also would be more. So it is good to even understand what is the churn rate if these things are not getting satisfied. उससे हमें पता चलेगा are people here just to find value or for money.
exactly, because they definitely give residents now greater control, right? So the value proposition might be changing, and the demand might start coming from the resident itself, that we need such a security. Because
Yeah.
I've seen that happening. Like for my case, we were not given my gate access, even though we bachelors were living there. So as the equation flipped, and then now the demand or the request is coming from the resident themselves, because I would want such an app to exist so that I can give permission and no foreign person can enter the society, because guards don't understand, and like you mentioned, they don't have legal this tech understanding. So how this thing is changing also, I would like to understand. It might have started this way, but I think it would have changed in a better way.
Got it. So I'm just
Because
mentioning open questions here from what you said because I think this would make everyone think as well. Maybe people can research post this session because that is the main idea of this session. you get new insights to think about as well, which might not be answered here. So, do society value only money or benefits which they get?
Yeah, because I found my flat because someone had listed that their flat is on rent in Hyderabad, and then they got my colleague got to know I migrate, and then they shared with me. So it
Hmm.
might become an ecosystem for them only to share instead of having like a WhatsApp community, because that has always existed for be it societies, be it colonies.
Yeah,
So how is it benefiting residents and how is the demand shifting is what I would love to know.
yeah. Demand as in? What do you mean by demand?
Resident themselves asking that we need this to be there.
When you say residents,
So
uh,
see, I am a resident of X society and I am asking the secretary that we want this app or the service to be there because it streamlines our experience of how we enable someone to, come to our house or enter the society.
got it.
Because a lot of females I have read that they find it beneficial, especially those who are living alone. So
So, how
maybe
much demand
that,
is?
so now maybe people might be enforcing this, and secretary don't have a choice. So monetary benefit might change because of maintenance. There is a बोलेंगे कि
Hmm,
want it. So that thing I would love to know ki, is that thing happening? Because now adoption has happened, people are aware such things exist. So if today I'm living in a premium society, I'm moving to another premium society where I demand that, where the app doesn't exist. That
yeah.
thing I want to sort of understand.
I think I don't have exact answer to this, but when we come to B2B model, maybe few questions would be answered.
Sure.
What I can do is I can give you summary of B2B and I can give you a brief idea about why B2B could be the future so that you get the possibilities on what exactly B2B is and why I think it is the big thing which every apps will be trying to explore. So B2B in simple terms अगर मुझे बोलना है, I don't know how can say. So again, we have multiple apps. Instead of approaching the apartments, these people approach builders. Then these builders white label the app. So basically, Anacity and all those things का branding भी नहीं आएगा. So completely it is white labeled. And on top of that, they add their own features, whatever they want. So basically, they take the app, base app, and they might be having some additional requirement. And based on that, they pay monthly, yearly some maintenance cost. So basically, I think before coming there, the core idea is instead of selling to apartments, sell to builders. Because even if you sell to one builder, you know that that builder is going to build many apartments so that एक builder को भी मैंने convince किया तो I have multiple buildings with me. But only thing is, it would be white labeled. So our branding would be there, so people might not recognize कि oh, it is our app. It would be by the name of the apartment or builder. So this is a B2B solution which I'm thinking of, which few companies are exploring. So is this clear?
Sorry, what do you mean by it will be the name of the builder instead of?
Builder or apartment. For example, Prestige is a builder. So Prestige has multiple buildings, maybe Prestige Highfields, Prestige Tranquil, and all those things. So there would be an app for Prestige people. Instead of Anacity app, it would be called as a Prestige app, maybe.
Acha, okay, okay. Like,
All the features
there.
will be same, but it will be a white labeled solution, and builders उनका नाम डाल देंगे.
Acha, okay.
But they will be having some add-on feature requirement as well because they want to give premium experience. Mostly these are ultra premium apartments जहाँ पे they want to have all the fancy features. One example which I can give you of fancy feature is currently in most of the apps we have a single authentication main gate पे. if this is a white label solution, a request could be where instead of one authentication, I want two authentication, one at the gate, one at the building. So they would basically have multiple requirements which these companies will work on. Basically, these companies act as a service companies for these people. Whenever they have a feature, they will develop that feature and they will charge per feature as well. So here the revenue is not through ads because sab unka hai. So your ads ka concept is not there. How they earn money is either through maintenance cost. Then second is license fees. Obviously, if it is a white label solution, there is one-time license fees as well for each apartment. And third is service. So basically, they provide service for this apps for a particular apartments. And since you know कि builders earns in crores, so for them even a small requirement they can charge a lot. So all these services the majority of revenue would come. Even for small feature change you can charge them. So this is a B2B model on high level I'm talking about. Why I think it is a big thing in the market that I can discuss later as well. But this is a high level thing. But yeah, Dia, Vignesh, you have questions, right?
I'm curious to understand if they want, like, a builders want an app, why would they rather go to say SMEs instead of maybe an app developer or someone, some agency, and get a custom app made? And why do you think this is the future? Because uh, I couldn't comprehend, like, what's the basis for saying that.
Good question. Does anyone
Atharva,
else?
before you go ahead, I had the same question. And to add to that question, the other question was why do you think B2B might be more profitable than B2C?
First of all, risk is less. In B2C, in most of the cases, contract violation ka risk will always be there. Here, we know that some feature request will be coming from a developer to make improvements, and we can charge a lot. So there is no pressure for a company to get X number of sales. Second thing is complete sales team ka cost goes down. There is no operations team यहाँ पे. Only core product team is there if you look from that perspective. Because यहाँ पे most of the operations is because of advertisement. So all these things would decrease my overhead cost, and even the amount which I can charge from builder is more for even the small features. Only drawback here is the market size is less. It would be very ultra premium apartments who would be willing to take this, or ultra premium builders. So
Got it.
that is the reason I felt it could be beneficial in terms of profitability. Now,
Got it.
second question which Dia mentioned, why would this app come? Why would this people come to this third party or NSAT and all this apps? I think one thing which I missed here before that, maintenance list se they earn, license fee se they earn, services they earn, and one more thing is there which is ERP, enterprise software for builders. For example, there is a builder A. Builder A has three apartments under him: A1, A2, A3. So you want to get a detailed overview on what is happening where. So they can also provide a ERP solution, which is a complete different product in itself. So this complete ERP thing is also there where they can get high level insights. So this is another possibility will unlock because of this. Because your end customer is not only the apartments, it has changed from apartments to all the things which these people want. अभी इसका benefit क्या है? I would say is कि since these people as a, I think before going there, any questions on this? How these people might earn from B2B model?
Like, one thing that I know, like, when I talk about ASPL, which is major in Hyderabad,
Yeah.
their own like construction app and all of this,
Yeah.
they're investing in tech. So why would these ultra premium builders not have their own tech teams and all? Because they already have. And there are like really great podcasts by their founders in terms of how they identify the right thing, this evaluation thing, and all of this that you mentioned, and sort of start doing these things themselves because they also have data. Once they start having their own app, they have the data of the consumers, and then they can directly initiate partnership with other brands. And I think that does happen. So just curious to understand that. I feel that it might be a failed model because these, like you mentioned, have like a tech team. I know two builders and both have like tech teams. So not really sure why would they outsource it.
Okay. So problem is I cannot reveal the data, but otherwise I would have revealed this. But does anyone want to take this up? It could be open for ideation. We can get different perspectives on this. I can put my perspectives then. I would like to have a brainstorming session on this because it is a genuine question which I also had. Like, क्यों आएंगे लोग? Why would a builder not build app by themselves? Does anyone want to take a shot at it?
I think it's just about competing in the market of real estate. So, for example, if any other township is providing an app to their residents, and here, if we here are the owners of the township, so we have to build an app, society management app for our own residents. So we have two options. First, either go for a SMA, like a white labeled uh, service provider, or create our own team and then build a 0 to 1 product. So I think that like investing in the whole process of building a 0 to 1 product and then competing with that uh, is far more tedious than like uh, just white labeling thing. Again, it comes to convenience, like what is convenient for the builder. And again, I think it's just to match the market standard of what everyone else is getting, so we also have to provide that. This is one perspective.
Okay. So you are saying that building an app is far expensive as compared to white labeling because they would need a complete team to dedicatedly work on this.
Yes, and then for example, if we like again the builders spot a new feature in some other society or in their like society management app, and we have to again start working on building the same feature in our 0 to 1 product, it would be very like continuous process. So rather than, I think for builders it's convenient that rather than spending on our own tech team, uh, it's easy to just white label stuff.
Yep. I think I agree with this point because as a builder, my main thing would be to earn money by building, constructing more buildings rather than making an app which will have a utility value. So,
Atharva, I
yeah,
think it comes down more to scale. If you're a huge builder and you have the resources, like Deya said, like ASBL, they have the resources to do it, and it makes more sense for them to build their own app.
but they won't have data of other people to make smart decisions.
Right now, they're hiring a lot of product guys, ASBL especially.
Now, when I say other data, they will have data of only ASBL, for example. But they might not have data of other apartments on how they are performing. So basically, everything comes to data and investment, I guess. My perspective, I'm not sure. Because these people would have lot more data on multiple perspectives rather than this because a constructor might have 50 buildings. So you would have 50 building ka data. And if we tie up with a white labeled app, they would have database of multiple things to make a smart decision.
Got it. Yeah, I agree with that.
This is my hypothesis. But
Another thing could be, I mean, these apps are already tested, so they can completely skip their testing and iteration stage. They have already been in use.
yeah, and I agree with this. And to add to this, I think in most of the cases, people try to outsource the thing which is not core
Hmm.
and focus on core. So it might shift the focus as well to completely new business model, which they might not want to do as of now.
Yeah.
Or they might think that they are not experts here, so it would be difficult for them, rather than that hire experts kind of a mindset.
Yeah, and also the apps would have other clients, other builders, other communities, so they can build features from a very huge sample of clients.
Yeah, agree. Uh, Anyone else? I think totally agree with this, Kritika's points. Dia, what do you think now?
I'm still not convinced. Like, because you mentioned one thing that they can charge higher, right? But if they're charging higher, a builder is a smart businessman.
Higher as in relatively higher than brands. Brands can only give you 20,000. But if it is a complex feature, you need to give 2 lakh, 3 lakh. But it is one-time cost, right?
And
Because after certain point, app will be stabilized.
the metrics, right? Like how much it is, because I'm not sure. Maybe would love to go deeper into this and sort of
While builder
and
builder will keep the tech team for long time,
like
long term.
I've seen a lot of
Builders
restaurants.
have tech team. Marketing team is also there. They have a big teams. But is it their expertise or should they focus here? I'm not sure.
Like
I
one
think,
thing, a third like I have seen is in a lot of restaurants the QR based menu thing. So it is kind of outsourced. So there is company. It's not white label, but you can see that that company has been enabling that thing. Like how softwares like Dukan and all of that were built in India, where people were able to sort of create their own website and do that stuff. But when it comes to will, you're saying it will be white labeled and all, so it becomes like a service based companies, and it
yeah,
would be comparable. That same thing an agency would can also offer, because if they make the app, they will have their all the data. Now definitely they cannot cross sell builders data, because that's not something, I think that will be a very huge violation, or something. I don't think that will be feasible, because they are very limited. It's not like Zepto food trends or something like that that can sorry, Zomato's food thing. So I'm not sort of convinced.
maybe I can give you a high level idea. This is the current phase. If I think from a moonshot idea perspective, currently we are thinking from a apartment level view, right?
Hmm.
Let's take example of a premium, ultra premium society. I will give you example of ultra premium society. यहाँ पे. Take time if we think of moonshot ideas. Cool. So I was not expecting people are willing to stay till 12. Suppose it is an ultra premium society where we have multiple group of apartments. This is apartment, 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 and this is a cluster. अरे यार बहुत गंदा हो गया. So these are the apartments and it is a cluster. Pura. Right? And this cluster is a apartment, or you can say this is a some residential complex, which has group of different small apartments. Inside apartments, there are buildings. I'm talking about ultra premium apartments like Dubai mein hoga, या in few areas in Mumbai. Then they have some hotels यहाँ पे. They have inbuilt movies यहाँ पे. So they have almost everything. Gyms are there. So there could be multiple things. So if someone creates an app जहाँ पे not only apartment, they can order something inside the apartment. Then they can book movie tickets or movie seats for a certain movie, or they can take gym ka membership, or they can there is a clubhouse. Clubhouse mein they can do take part in some activities. Then few of the builders also have some reservation or hotels. Premium hotels are there. So premium hotels भी है वहाँ पे. So all these apartments, what they can do is they can enable hotel booking as well through their app only. So complete ecosystem for a premium thing, and this is happening. I cannot say where this is happening, but this is happening in some of the places. So they are getting complete understanding of their eating patterns to some extent, what they like. They are getting idea about movies, what they are traveling, where they are traveling, even what activities they are playing. So it is a complete hub in itself. So with this data, you can do almost anything. So they want all this analysis. And why this is important? Because I will take a hypothetical example. If we have all this data, a builder plans to have an apartment somewhere else. So this data can help them plan. Okay, I had my apartment in this locality. In this locality, maybe number of plumbing request was more. That means there is some problem with infrastructure. So if I'm developing a similar apartment with a similar architecture, I need to improve my plumbing. In this kind of apartment with this kind of audience, these people are ordering mainly from X kind of restaurant. So I will have more kind of this restaurant in my next planning. If I get to know that, okay, these people are mainly going for this kind of a movies or movie ka trend is more, then I will plan an apartment which is near to a movie theater. So this will help me to plan an apartment in a place which is more premium where you can charge ultra premium fees. So complete planning could be there based on this data. So this is a moonshot idea which I just think of. Ki if they create a model where booking also is through their app, hotels ka or delivery ka everything plus membership plus everything, then they have the data to plan the next apartment in a strategic way and current apartment को change कर सकते हैं. So this is what I think could be the thing which could become big.
But
Yeah,
then
Diya.
one thing, if you think about district and their this thing where they are enabling offline stores to get online, right? Uh, like, how do you think that will compete with this? Because there is one incentive for a builder to build certain additional, because a builder can build anything apart from apartments, right? Like you mentioned, they can themselves build a restaurant or integrate that ecosystem.
Yeah.
But then if we talk about the nearby ecosystem, players like Swiggy and Eternal, they are trying to go into offline space as well and try to bring it online, so dine out and all of this. Don't you think that look, there will be a huge competition already? Or
I will ask you a question like why is Swiggy moving offline? Do you have any idea?
I remember like listening to some podcast, and their hypothesis is that ecosystem will remain, and they get data from there about how different patterns are. Not really sure why, but maybe you can answer if you know.
I have my own hypothesis based on what I've researched. So I also don't have a clear answer. I did a research on QuickCom, so I have few insights. But I think that would be an interesting discussion later. But on a high level, most of the companies want to be profitable, and offline could be easy way to profitability to some extent because profit margins today narrow होते हैं if
And
AOV is
uh,
less.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, Atharv. Operational cost in online is also increased. जो there is a lot operational hiccups जो कि offline में cover हो जाते हैं. Basically, profitability के लिए they came to offline.
Yeah. Someone joined. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What you are saying for profitability?
And footfall also कि एक अगर if they are experimenting something इस जैसे I do not remember पर Zepto also had an idea before कि वो अपने अभी जो वो they are also selling their cafe वो उन्होंने अपना cafes बंद कर दिए हैं पर पहले it used to हाँ better utilization of dark store in online factor which Litika just mentioned. I
Yeah.
just wanted to point it out that.
I think I don't want to go in that discussion now, but I will just tell you why this is more efficient than all this Swiggy, Zepto, everything. My perspective, obviously, everything is my perspective because this is a moonshot idea, which I think why it could be big. If you think from Swiggy perspective, majority of their cost goes in last mile. Last mile because they need delivery drivers, They need to map right delivery drivers. They need to give them a few amount, and also they need to give some commission to this restaurants as well. Take only some commissions. In this cases, मेरा पूरा logistic cost would be zero almost, because since it is in the same community, these people can only deliver. So there is no need of delivery guys as well. Time would decrease because jaldi aa jayega, and this hotels would have incentive to onboard on this app, because these people would give more discount on their prices. तो ये सस्ते में सेल कर पाएंगे. And obviously अगर बहुत difference होगा, then people would prefer using this app. So since everything is nearby, it is a micro community जहाँ पे सब हो रहा है. Complete logistic cost less है. Time जल्दी मिल रहा है मुझे जो भी है वो. So obviously I would prefer this app because everything is profitable and hotels would earn more money. So there is more incentive for these people as well. So this is my thought process on what I'm thinking. क्योंकि अगर मुझे मूवी को जाना है बाजू में ही है, in my app only I can do everything, then it is a super app. If any company can crack this, then I think they have cracked the code. And this I think is the big opportunity for ultra premium societies. But yeah, I could be wrong as well. It is a moonshot idea, which I think if anyone does this, then they can earn a lot because they own the data. Data say they can plan better for the next apartment. At the same time, they can get more revenue from this apartments as well. I could be wrong as well. I could be completely wrong. Completely wrong. I'm just thinking of moonshot ideas because they have access to almost all the things. Because now we are treating this domain as a service domain where apps are doing something for a builder and not for apartments. And builder has lots of money. So if we sell this vision to builder, like we can build you a complete ecosystem, then obviously they won't be able to build this, is what my hypothesis is. Because these people have experience in almost all the things. They have the infrastructure built for this. And that is why people might come here. This is what I think.
And your data be builder skill, it would be very, very beneficial.
Very
like-
beneficial because we are not only thinking in terms of apartments, we are thinking of everything which we can think of. Whatever
Yes.
we do, they can do everything. So this is a moonshot idea, obviously not taking inspiration from anything else. When I was thinking, I got this idea, like agar ye bana, then the complete ecosystem of this space will change. And that is why I think it is the next big thing. I could be completely wrong. I'm again saying I'm just thinking of ideas जिससे crazy benefit हो सकता है B2B को. Because anyways, builder has a paying capacity.
Is there any company which you think is reaching there?
Yes, but I can't name it.
Okay.
I think to some extent have reached, I would say. And worst part is you might not even get to know because no one will publicly say this.
I had few things to add to this. So I live here in Pune, and there is a very big, I'll not say premium, it's not ultra premium, but kind of premium society. It's called Aminora Park Town. So here there are multiple apartments, and they have their own mall, full-fledged mall with all of the top brands. They have their own hotel, and the hotel is also not so like not ultra premium, but kind of premium. It's Marriott. So sometimes I also feel that like while using Blinkit and like my relatives live there, so I have spent a lot of time there. So while using Blinkit and other third-party services like booking movie tickets in that mall, which is owned by the Aminora, I feel like there should be privileges for us who are residing there.
Yeah.
So very detailed, like very minute advantages, like having seats reserved for us residents in the middle of the theater, which are the most favorable seats, and having very less delivery time,
Yes.
on delivery apps. So I think these are the features which can be ideated, and the societies are definitely existing. Like for
Yes.
we are planning, it is exist like that thing is there.
Yes.
So I think this is achievable if somebody
Yeah, it
wants
is
to.
achievable. And if we think maybe 10 years down the line, not even 2, 3 years, 10 years में it is expected India ka purchasing power is also going to increase significantly. So all these apartments in Dubai are, I would say, you can see these apartments in Dubai and everywhere. In India also, it is possible. So what I feel is that there would be a micro complex like this. And in fact, I feel that business of Zomato, Blinkit, and all these things would be in future danger because people won't order from दूर के restaurants because यहाँ पे इतना community है. People might not feel the need to order from outside in long term, in 10 years down the line. So if you ask me, I was having that perspective and I was thinking of moonshot ideas. कि this could even eat businesses of food delivery and everything. Because जो भी आपको चाहिए यहाँ पे community में मिल ही जाएगा. You want Chinese, you can get. You want MACD, you can get. Everything you can get. Then why not? So a moonshot idea. It is happening or not, I don't know. I was just thinking of it. So I just wanted to tell you guys because you guys asked, right? Why do you think it is the future? B2B.
In fact, you can have your own school, your own crush.
Yeah. So possibilities are limitless. Like if we ideate on this for next 1 hour, I'm pretty sure we can build a small city outside here with all the data. And this is the service-based company. And these companies will become a service-based companies for this people. But that would be high profit margin business. So this is what I feel.
Just now, somebody said about having schools here in the society. So this was a very real thing which I'm sharing. So my nieces are school, so like they are small, and they are not so elder that we can leave them freely. So sometimes my uncle calls to the school, or they just keep a check whether they have reached the school or not. So me and my uncle actually discussed about having a kind of security feature on in the society app where it would be notified to us when they will reach to the society school. So they study in the school only, which is present in the society. So like
I think it is possible if you think of it. If you look at any government college or government entity, for example, Atomic Baba Research, they have schools inside that, KV schools. So it is there, but if we utilize it, it could be best. If every community has a school. So again, a moonshot idea. But if we think of it, I'm pretty sure we can think of multiple moonshot ideas. And that was the point of this session. Like, I don't want to say what is currently happening because you can get idea, but this is how the domain might change. It is less about ads, more about leveraging data to build the right societies or even to some extent going into different domains because Swiggy Zomato might be irrelevant if this happens. Or even schools might be irrelevant because here only we will have school. And complete मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम आ जाएगा इनके पास स्कूल मैनेजमेंट भी बनाओ तुम लोग क्योंकि बाकी सब डेटा भी है स्कूल मैनेजमेंट भी देख लो सो व्हेन यू थिंक इन दैट लेंस यू कैन सी कि कितना हो सकता है इसमें आई होप यू गोट अ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव थोड़ा on why I feel B2B is here. I don't know if it will be there or not, but this is what I feel. Cool, I think this is what I wanted to share B2B में. Again, we can talk for many hours on B2B, but this is what I feel. Like if you ask me why current B2C is failing and what is the future, I think this could be the future. Only downside here is as of now, total addressable market is less. So there would be always a cap on how many societies you can cater. But uske andar you can expand. So it is a call ki do you need to expand vertically or horizontally? It totally depends on builders if they do this model. कोई बिल्डर होगा कि मुझे बस 3 ही सोसाइटीज बनाना है प्रीमियम और उसके अंदर ये सब डालना है दैट आल्सो कुड बी अ बिजनेस मॉडल आई डोंट नो इफ एनीवन इज थिंकिंग इन दैट लाइन्स और नॉट व्हेन आई वाज ideating I got these points Good question. Who knows? Maybe Oberoi currently. I don't know. Again, a moonshot idea I am talking about because I like ideating about all these things. In Goregaon in Mumbai, a complete ऑलमोस्ट 5 to 10 kilometers में कंप्लीट ओबेरॉय की बिल्डिंग है एंड उसके आजू बाजू में स्कूल्स भी है. What if Oberoi takes the complete land and say that it is a Oberoi community going forward? Because आजू बाजू में सब buildings is of Oberoi. So they will say it is a Oberoi group of thing and complete thing is Oberoi. I think that pattern is changing. I think if you look at ASBL or even Oberoi and even to some extent Kalpataru, all these things, if you look at the recent patterns, they have started taking apartments nearby. पहले उनके दूर दूर होते थे, अभी उनके अपार्टमेंट्स भी नियर बाय होने लगे. Who knows, this could be in plan कि आगे जाके पूरा ओबेरॉय का नाम डाल दो. One thing, at least in Mumbai, I have realized, in Mumbai, if someone is from Goregaon, they would know that there is a railway station by name RA. Now that a metro station का name is changed to Oberoi RA. Something like Oberoi RA, it is changed. Who knows, आगे जाके पूरा ओबेरॉय का हो जाए, if you think of a moonshot idea. So this is just my perspective. Don't quote me anywhere. People will call me mad.
And that's quite interesting. I think this thing is already happening in Dubai. If
In Dubai, it is there, yeah. They have started moving towards this. It is not completely there, but they are moving in this direction.
yeah, self-sustaining, like so.
Hmm.
Hiranandani group is also doing something like similar.
Oh, I'm not aware of this.
If you look at the same thing on a much bigger scale, you
Mhm.
guys must have heard about the line, right, in Dubai, which is under construction already.
Okay. No, I have not heard. Can you give a bit about it?
I'm really surprised you guys didn't come across the line.
They are making a residential area, not a residential, a society in a single line. आमने सामने. If I'm
Oh,
right, है ना Vignesh?
Yeah. You're right, but it's at a much higher level.
Yeah.
Atharva, I think you should really
yeah.
quickly share your screen and just type in the line. It'll be very useful for all of us here.
I think they are building 160-kilometer single city.
Yep, right. Just do a quick Google search, no? Everyone will get a good understanding of it.
What should I search?
The line, Dubai.
Dubai nahi, it is in Saudi Arabia.
Sorry, yeah.
Acha, this I know. But is this development done?
Development अभी तक चल
चल
रहा
रहा
है,
है ना, चल रहा है
but
ना,
the
it is
question
not.
of it completing is going to be very
Yeah, I think
long.
this I know. But I thought it was a joke. Is it happening?
Yeah, it's actually happening.
Oh.
It's been 2-3 years since they've already started. But the question here is, will they be able to complete it?
Yeah. So their plan is कि ऑफिस के अंदर ही पूरा सब बनाना ना, एक कम्युनिटी के अंदर सब, from what I know.
Yeah, it's like a mini world.
Mini world. I got this idea from in Nashik. There is a city called as Orange City. If anyone knows about it. In Orange City, Orange City के अंदर उनका खुद का स्कूल है, apartments है, everything is inside that. So that city is self-sustaining city.
अच्छा. What's it called again? The
Orange
Orange.
Orange City, Hyderabad.
Okay,
Not Hyderabad, sorry, नासिक. नासिक के रोड में आता है बीच में कहीं पे.
got it, Atharva.
So from that, I tried to think of moonshot ideas. But if you think of this, almost all the businesses might go down. Book my show. Book my show for tickets. यहाँ पे ही हो जाएगा tickets. You can see कितना replace कर सकता है if it is done in right way. But again, if it will be there or not, I don't have any idea. But you can think of it. If someone asks about future of this, I would always say this. कि ads छोड़ दो. Ads anyways is a risk business. Be a service company for a big client and do everything.
If you want to be rich, solve problems for the rich.
Yes. उनका तो एक बिल्डिंग 150 करोड़ का आराम से रेवेन्यू होगा यार. वो तो
Easily,
5 करोड़
yeah.
ऐसे ही दे सकते हैं हमें. If we think, and that is why I said relatively more money. For them, it would be justified, but for us, it would be more. It is always subjective.
Correct.
Cool. I think 11:30 is. Even
Like
every
Divya
question.
ma'am has pointed out that filtering part कि वो filtering कैसे करते हैं societies को for respective brand. मेरी company में in our industry मैं B2B industries में ही हूँ. They deal into petrochemicals, so they do not divide it into society, but they divide it into group. Group को filter out करते तो yes they use NLP for that.
Oh,
So it's a similar kind of. Or No Broker is also using. I have a friend in No Broker. So No Broker would also use NLP for this kind of
oh.
filtration process. And रही बात why people are shifting to offline. Offline में I have had a conversation with a guy वो Zepto के operational ex VP रह चुके हैं. So he told me to cover the cost which is going on an operational hiccup. इसलिए वी बेसिकली द कॉन्सेप्ट आया था ऑफलाइन स्टोर्स का कि जो वहां पे लॉस हो रहा है बेसिकली यहाँ पे कवर हो जाए. और एक फुटफॉल इंक्रीजमेंट का भी ही पॉइंटेड आउट समथिंग बट आई डू नॉट रिमेम्बर इट एग्जैक्टली वो क्या था. बट दिस वाज द बेसिक आइडिया, हाई लेवल आइडिया ऑफ दिस.
If you guys want to think of moonshot ideas, I also thought of moonshot ideas on that. I was trying to ideate how it would evolve, but it will take time. But it is a combination of both models, something on that lines.
एंड अथर वन मोर थिंग, जो ये जो मूनशॉट आइडिया आपने जो प्रेजेंट किया, डज ईआरपी डू नॉट प्रोवाइड दिस काइंड ऑफ इनसाइट्स?
कौन से वाले insights?
ये जो प्लान जो अभी आपने डिस्कस किया था अबाउट प्लम्बिंग एंड ऑल, इससे रिलेटेड
We are
जो
building
ये
systems, but this ERP long-term plan is that. But currently, only hotels ka connectivity would be there. Complete city ka connectivity is not there. When I say ERP only will do this, only thing is data will increase. As data will increase, everything will fall in place. As of now, we have limited data.
Okay.
Like I strongly feel कि all the delivery business might be at risk if this happens. Even quick com 10 minutes का 2 minutes भी हो सकता है, 5 minutes भी हो सकता है. 10 minutes में लेबर के अगेंस्ट कोई कुछ बोलेगा नहीं, wages के अगेंस्ट.
True.
But yeah, that's it. I think that is what I wanted to share.